What's up, my people? Welcome back to Match Day Live Review. Djurgarden versus Chelsea. 4-1 win to Chelsea tonight. Guys, what an amazing game. You know, to back to back up our winning streak, our away winning streak in Conference League. Uh, as I'm waiting to add up some couple of, you know, speakers. Uh, Just want to know what you guys think about the game. 5-0 win to 4-1 win tonight, and you know it's just unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable, and you know, yeah, my speaker down here, and yes, hi, boss.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good, boss, and you? How you doing today?
Gil. Brentford won, so
I'm
I'm
so
okay.
happy. I mean, I was really tracking that game. As I was watching Chelsea, I was always tracking on that game because I just want Brentford to win that game. I was so like eager to see what the end of the result would be, and immediately they scored the second goal. I was like, wow, wow. At least this
I
can
actually
give
caught
us,
I caught the second goal during halftime. I switched and
yeah. I think it was a very good performance from Brentford. I didn't really watch the game though, but I felt it's a good performance from Brentford. And now the top four is quite open. Even Arsenal can still go down as much as third or fourth. If the,
Arsenal is on 67. Yeah, Arsenal can still go down, but I don't see that happening.
well, realistically, you can't. To me, I feel like at some point you can't judge because people can lose game easily. People can, you know, still very
Yeah,
because Arsenal is on 67 points, which is about
yeah.
two games, and I still believe anything can happen. I believe the table can switch around. We can still have kind of, switch around things. Yeah, I still believe that can still happen anytime. But
It's the league should end right now. I'm fine.
yeah, at least if it ends right now, then we know that absolutely we're qualified because the main focus now is that we've got more competitive games coming up.
Yeah, we
If
have the
not,
hardest game on every out of everyone.
yeah, if not, it will have been a sort of kind of an easy one for us. But
Yeah.
regarding this issue of, I mean, um, how do I say it? Liverpool, United,
Yeah.
and
I see us losing on Sunday.
really,
But we just need those 6 pointers, those Newcastle and Nottingham games. If we win those two games, we'll
yeah.
qualify for sure. We'll qualify for
But
sure.
to me, I feel like Nottingham is one of the biggest game we've got right now because I'm just imagining what's gonna happen at that point whereby,
Last game of the season.
maybe goal difference or something is gonna judge between us and Nottingham Forest. I believe it's gonna be something. It's gonna be hard, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I'm
If
still
we
trying to
qualify, then
kind of,
I'll actually be very surprised.
yeah. I'm still trying to wait for some couple of speakers to come in so that we can just start talking about the game. I mean, 4-1 this night. I feel like it's a good game, to be honest, but at the same time, I'm not really expecting us to concede a goal. You know,
Yeah.
it's semi-final. I know these guys are
And you've not
also
been watching
looking,
Chelsea game. You're not expecting us to concede a goal.
yeah. So, but at the end of the day, we considered the goal, and I was not happy about it, to be honest. I wasn't about, but let's just move on before we have those speakers. I mean, 4-1 tonight. This looks like we are in final of Conference League, to be honest. Very
Yeah,
easy.
we're in the final. It was
Yeah,
never in doubt. I don't
yeah.
think anybody was scared or thought it will not be. But
But
I don't.
I mean, realistically looking at our performance against I mean, is it Legia or Um,
Yeah, yeah. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
so
oh my God.
we should be thinking that wow, you know, I mean, what's gonna happen in this game? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, we were able to win the game tonight. I think that's most. But what do you make out of this game? You know.
Like the first half, we were actually very good. Like that's one of like the best performances we've had. We're so fast. We
Yeah,
moved the ball so like fast and we're so fluid. It's just because of what's his name? The George guy. He
yeah,
wasn't physical, so that's why we didn't actually like score. And he was being bullied at the when he played nine.
yeah,
But we're so fast and we're so good. That was actually one of the best first halves we've had. Good first halves we've had. So that was good. But the second half, immediately they made those changes. The game kind of we scored two, but
yeah.
we're not still as good
As
as we
yeah,
were in the first half. But we scored two, so you can't complain. The win is a win.
yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, tonight, seeing the you said it all. I mean, we scored 2 goals and all this, and tonight we saw what Maresca starts with, and honestly, I've not ever watched Djurgarden or what are they? It's even difficult to pronounce their name, to be honest. I
Oh,
haven't watched
I
them
don't know the
before, but
existence.
when I saw the lineup, I was like, is Maresca really serious about winning this game or something? But at the end of the day, I think I don't. What do you think about the lineup? Then going into the first half, let's kind of talk about that first.
The lineup was good. Like Chelsea's second team is actually very good on their day. Like they're actually very good. And all these teams, Chelsea can beat all of them with the second team, like comfortably. Like
Yeah,
I'm only like scared of Real Betis and Fiorentina.
yeah,
Apart from that, Chelsea can beat any team. This we don't even need to play the first team at all in this competition because against Lega Warsaw, they were just complacent and they were just too confident because we won 3-0 the first game and the game was just bad. But the as I saw the formation, like straightforward, like I didn't
yeah,
expect anything else. But the problem of him always using James in the midfield, that's why I was
yeah.
like, not again.
Realistically, I think it's more fun of using James as as a midfield. And to me, when trying to talk about making use of him in the best position, when we look at it, playing from the right back looks a little bit more easy, comfortable than playing from
Yeah,
the middle. Because to me, I felt like that position is another big position whereby you can get injured very easy. I mean,
yeah,
playing from the CDM, because you have more contact with players, with physical players. You have a lot of things to do, a lot of runs to do, and all these things. So I don't know. Is he because he's playing from the right back? He's not getting involved in too much of tackles and all these things. Is
yeah.
that the main reason of him having injury? Because I don't really understand what perception is really coming from. You know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know why he's doing that. But I think he's trying to experiment, and I don't know. I I see the logic, but when Cucurella was doing that, it made more sense because of his pace, and he was always up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
But James is not that kind of player. James is more like a controller, except he's in the wing and he can like wing in crosses and the rest. But James there, like I don't see it. I don't see it. Especially if you can remember the Everton game.
Yeah.
Immediately Caicedo went into midfield. You could see the difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
could
Yeah.
see the difference between that. But I don't know. I don't know. Like all coaches, they always I also feel he's experimenting.
Yeah. Well, but to me, I feel like he should have weighed the kind of experiment is gonna be involved in. To me, to be honest, is the good thing about Rhys James is that considering any position that you used him, the fact that the captain is ready to take responsibility. And that's one thing I really appreciate about him. He's always ready to take responsibility. You know what I mean? He's always ready to, to fight for whichever position that he's playing. We saw what he did tonight. It was very solid, to be honest. In
No, he
fact,
was
I preferred seeing him in the CDM than Casado. Casado looks very flexible.
really
Yeah. I mean, in tonight's game, I'm talking about tonight's game generally. I
okay.
mean, the way he was much involved in the first half than Casado in the second half. Casado was kind of, just trying to save himself from weekend and some other important games. He was
Yeah,
not really much involved like we do see him in other games. So that's what I discovered tonight. I think Maresca was just trying to, make sure that, because in the conference, I mean, the conference he had earlier on, it was like, we're not going to rest any players. Today, we're going to play everybody and all these things. So I think he's just trying to stitch with, the words and the promise he had made that every player is going to get involved. But to me, realistically, I don't really see that, bringing Casedo in, because you can still have Achepong coming to the CDM as well. We saw what he did tonight. I believe he's one of the best players on the pitch tonight. Achepong, I think he's
yeah,
playing three different roles tonight, from the right back to CDM, inverting, playing from the left back as well. You know, for players like that, they are still very young. They don't pick up injury easily and all these things. Easy for them to kind of move them around. Let's talk about Jordan Sancho goal and the goals we had in the first half. I mean, what do you think about how we managed to score those goals?
Sancho's goal was lucky, but like
Yeah,
you have to shoot to score. So the goal was actually very good. The
yeah,
first goal was very good, and the second goal was Madueke. Yeah, it was
yeah,
a good
Madueke.
pass. It was a
Yeah,
good pass from Enzo, and he like Chelsea. I don't know. Like I keep saying it, Chelsea just needs to like shoot more. Like they
yeah,
keep dilly dallying every time, trying to like finesse it. Just shoot
yeah,
the ball. Just shoot the ball.
yeah,
And every time we do that, we have attempts. We almost score like every time. And
yeah,
the two goals were
yeah.
actually
I
good.
think I think it's just one of our biggest problem this season. Like, trying to shoot, I mean, go forward and make something happen is one of our
Yeah,
biggest problem we've had this season. I can remember in the last interview that I had with one of the interview, and this guy was saying that if Chelsea, he can bet all his life that if Chelsea can move forward and shoot all the time, we have high possibility of winning games. And tonight we saw what happened in the first half. I think I was pissed off when we were 1-0 up, and I could saw that pass when James gave Madueke before he scored that goal. There was a
yeah.
clear chances that he saw. You can't miss that kind of a chances in
He
Premier
kept
League and
dressing it. He
expect
kept
that you want
dressing
to
it.
win that game. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
have that kind of a chances in the first half, I mean, in Premier League, and you do not make use of it, there's low chances that you're gonna win that game. So, and that's
yeah,
what I think we are lacking at the moment. We need to kill the game as soon as possible. I'm
yeah,
so I'm so much happy for Sancho, regarding his situation at Chelsea at the moment, still trying to consider if he's gonna stay, activate the buying clause or all these things. But it looks impressive, to be honest. It looks impressive. We can ask for more, but at the moment I think he's doing his job perfectly.
yeah.
And
He is.
you know,
He's actually
and
trying. Yeah,
so for me, I'm still hoping that Chelsea will probably, activate the release clause, let him stay. Let's have him there as a backup. Even if we decide to buy, I mean, a new winger, or buying a new striker, converting Jackson to the wing or something like that. But we can still have him, because next season we don't know if we are going to Champions League, or we are still. I know definitely we'll make a progress next season. Even if we don't go to Champions League, we probably will be going to Europa League, which is more, competitive than Conference League as well. So
yeah,
we definitely we need more players to represent us in those kind of places.
yeah. I want us to keep Sancho because of him being a squad player.
Yeah,
For I was telling someone that if Sancho is playing for Chelsea, meaning that means he's actually like doing well.
Yeah.
because we have like people that can bench him, like if he doesn't.
If he
So
doesn't perform, yeah.
yeah,
We saw
so
we
it's a
saw
win-win.
Madueke this weekend. He was playing from.
Yeah,
So I believe we have a couple of options. We have something that will trigger him, like you said.
yeah.
Yeah.
If not for Mudrik, there have been more competition, and
There will have been
maybe
more competition.
would have been
But
a
like
better
you
place.
mentioned Modric now, I've never been confused about him, to be honest. The first
I
season, I'm a big fan of Modric, but at the end of the day, I wasn't happy with the performance. With he's not just ready to improve. The confidence is not there. All these things. I lost interest in this guy, to be honest, and I still don't believe that if he comes back, I don't see him making any difference, to be honest.
I was actually optimistic because of the competition. Like if he will step up, knowing that, oh, okay, now I have competition, and if I don't step up, I'm going to sit on the bench for a long time. So I was
Yeah.
hoping to see that okay, like let's see what you're made of now that like there's a lot of competition in your position, but
Yeah.
that never happened.
Right. So
So
second half, we saw some couple of changes. Jackson came in, scored 2 goals. Cole Palmer came in, and I'm just being like, I don't want to say much, but to be honest, I've started to think otherwise. I don't know what's going on. He saw
it's
another clear chances tonight
yeah,
again. He wasn't able to convert it. The confidence in the
it's
front
not
of the
there.
goal line is not very. It's not. I mean, and that's why I used to say that when you are in form as a player, make use of it. Make use of it so that when you are lacking the form, people can come in and support you. You know, if not for the level of standard that we've seen from Power, to be honest with you, with this performance from January, there would have been a lot of noise around him. You know,
Yeah,
because for such of a player, from that kind of high level and now I'm even scared if he's gonna be called up for Europe. You know, because of this performance.
I still think he will be. I still think he will be, but I don't know. He overthinks things now. I don't. It's I won't say I don't know, but it's part of football. He before like instincts, Palmer does things without even thinking. He does,
Yeah.
but now like he's overthinking the pass, overthinking the touch, over like I don't know. Like he just needs to just calm down and stop running around the pitch. He moves too
Mhm.
much now. He's doing too much. Let me just put it like that. Like
Wow. Wow.
yeah, he's doing too much because he wants to like get back to the way it was. So
Mm.
he's going deeper into the game to like kind of like just the
Just stick
position
to
he
your
was
business. I
before.
mean,
Yeah, just
the
continue doing that.
yeah,
It will come. It will come.
yeah.
But he just keeps moving now. But it's going to come. It's just for boys. Just it happens. It happens. It's going to like he just needs one goal. That's what I was saying. He just needs one goal.
Mm. Just to step back into the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, let's talk about Jackson. You know, 2 goals tonight. To me, I don't see it as something special, to be honest, because
Second goal was actually good.
it's a very good goal. But let's have it in Premier League. How do you
That's
think?
the same thing I said.
That's
Immediately he scored
that's
like
what I'm
two that
saying.
in
Like,
Premier League.
let's have it in Premier League. Then we will say yes. Then we can say yes. Wow, this is a goal, and this is. But if you have this kind of a goal in, I mean, Conference League, especially this kind of a club that doesn't even, I don't know. It's a good goal, to be honest. I would say this is a very good goal. The way he thinks, the way he make use of his body down there was very good. But realistically, can he make such of, I mean, performance in Premier League? Would Van Dijk, Canote allow him to do such a thing?
They can. Yeah. Jackson does everything well apart from
Yeah,
score. So he can actually
yeah,
do it if he
absolutely,
wants
yeah.
to. But I don't know. Like I feel like Chelsea just need like leaders to talk to them. Like for example, do you see his jubilation when he scored second goal?
The celebration, yeah, yeah, I saw it, I saw it.
Like why? why do you need to do that? Like, why do you need to make? Why do you need to do like?
Yeah, 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 yeah. To
Like,
your own fans, to your
no,
own
not even
fans.
you know that he wasn't talking to fans. You were like talking to critics or like you. It's conference league, bro. Like,
Yeah,
calm
calm
down.
down.
Like,
You have not
calm
even done.
down. You
You
haven't
have not really
arrived.
done something special.
Yeah,
I mean, you have not done anything special. You have not won any trophy for us. What if you score in the final? What will happen? Maybe you have to tell the fans to shut up or something. You know
he
what I'm
should. I
saying?
won't complain. He should tell us to shut up, but he should score. That's the thing. But my own is just like they should just like it's that it is being like naive and being inexperienced
Yeah,
that you just get one small win and you think you're on top of the world and things like that. The jubilation was just uncalled for. Just jubilate and just
just
was
yeah,
if you
and
go
that
in the next 3 games and don't score, they what now?
yeah, and that's what we're saying. Like, if we can manage to sign an experienced player, this will help players like Jackson. I see a massive potential from that guy. I see him staying in Chelsea for a long time, maybe probably emulating Drogba. I don't know, but realistically, he needs someone that can help him. It's not
Yeah,
about putting him on the bench. He needs because remember that if the likes of Jackson is playing alongside Osimhen, he sees how these guys can score goals, from different direction, from different, perception of, of the game. He would now think and sit down that, wow, definitely I need to do something better.
yeah,
He would not see himself as a messiah. Tonight now, to him, to his own perspective, he will think, wow, I scored 2 goals for them now. Now they are happy. But when you are in a club whereby even when you score 2 goals, someone is already scoring hat trick, someone is already scoring 4 goals in a game, then you can comfortably look at yourself and say, I have to do more. I can still do more. I can make it more. I don't know if you are getting
yeah. I
what
understand
I'm
what
saying.
you're
So
saying, and
those
it's all because of um when he was injured, Chelsea were bad.
were bad, yeah,
I I didn't
absolutely.
believe I was going to miss Jackson. I didn't believe I
Yeah.
was going to miss Jackson. Chelsea
I
were bad.
mean, it wasn't even taking us 2 games to start complaining
Yeah,
that we miss Jackson. We miss
yeah.
Jackson. So
And he came back and he scored and he feels like, oh,
I'm
I'm the
back.
middle, yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm happy for his confidence, yeah. I'm
Mhm.
happy for him and his confidence, but I just feel they should just like chill with this, like those gestures during celebrating and all those things.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Do your talking on the pitch and
And just let
yeah,
the next one come in.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about Tariq George, the young boys. I mean, we saw what he did tonight. I personally think he deserved more time. To be honest, I personally think he deserved more time. Because seeing the way he has matured into the squad, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't get much time. I mean, much minutes for a young player like that to was able to play as a striker. That is what Nkunku can't give us. And that's why sometimes you need to look at the board and think about what they are doing. You know, why do we have to sign Nkunku then? I know we signed Nkunku before a lot of things happened. It was still during the new era, but at the same time, this thing is not working out for us. Why shouldn't we let him go at the early of the season? It's not fitting into. I mean, looking at Tariq George, we can absolutely say that this boy is more ready for Chelsea than Nkunku. So I don't know, and players like that you know, will keep, delaying all these boys to get their minutes. I don't know how to say it because as a
yeah,
coach, you look like, wow, you've got experienced player. I'm a little bit of experienced player. How would you want to bench such a player for the likes of Tariq George and all these players? So,
true.
what do you think about his situation right now? I mean, Tariq George.
I think he's 18, if I'm not wrong, 18 or 19.
Yeah, around
So
age. Yeah,
yeah, so he's actually doing good for like he just coming into the team and he's actually that he's hungry and he's trying, but I still feel there's still a lot he could do.
yeah,
There's still a
absolutely,
lot for him
absolutely.
to come, and this conference league has given him a chance to develop and grow into the game and
Yeah,
gain confidence. But him like being a starter and benching some players,
he,
I actually don't think he's there yet.
right.
because they are still he gets bullied a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like his physicality is not there yet.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you use him against the
The strong guys, the big guys.
Newcastle or a West Ham or those kind of like he'll get bullied. So
Yeah,
he still needs to build up that aspect of his game and yeah, he has so many potential, and if he should continue like this, maybe next season he can. We don't need a winger, and we continue and we don't
yeah,
buy one.
absolutely. Yeah,
I don't know, but the club that I know that is Chelsea will buy.
they will always
So
buy.
I
They
will
will
still have
always
like
buy.
two or three coming. Like there's this guy from Brazil and there's one from
Yeah,
Ecuador that's coming.
Estavio, and
So yeah, so
there's a lot of big things
yeah,
around this situation at the moment. And sometimes when I think about it, I was like, come on, what we doing with all these signings? How do we want to make use of them? Are we just signing them to send them back on loan? And you remember, players like Estavio, you can't send them on loan. You can't
no, you
send them
can't
on
lose.
loan.
You can't lose.
They have to be in that squad. They have to, because imagine the whole Brazil are looking at that boy as someone that could challenge Lamine Yamal in future. They want another Brazilian that would challenge Ballon d'Or and all these things. So if he comes to Chelsea and couldn't do anything, or something, realistic, or sending him out on a loan, I don't think the Brazil world will be happy with that. A lot of people won't be happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah, they
Now
want that.
you've got Madueke, you've got Palmer can also play from the right flank, from what we know. I mean, there's a lot of people that are out there. You've got Neto, you've got Madueke, I mean, yeah, I'm mentioning about three players now
Yeah,
that
we
can
have
play from,
Sancho,
yeah,
Neto, Madueke, Palmer.
Madueke.
Yeah,
They can
we
play
have
from the right wing.
George.
Now, how much possibility is Estavio gonna fit into the squad? That's my big question now. Even if he comes in the summer, how is he gonna come into the squad? Definitely, he's gonna be on the bench.
If
Is it?
he comes in, if he comes in and he plays well and is consistent, like there is no like Chelsea of of last few years, there's no confirmed starter apart from let's say it used to be Palmer, Caicedo.
And
There's no
Enzo fan,
confirmed.
yeah,
Yeah, Enzo like started balling this season. Last season he was actually poor.
yeah. There was
Like
some time when
yeah,
Pochettino decided to bench him. Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Yeah,
Even
yeah,
beginning of the season, he wasn't really playing well. Like, but
yeah, yeah,
from like I think November he started playing well and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So like there is no confirm like oh yeah confirmed to me in Chelsea. So
Mm,
if it's all for grabs, especially in that attacking area, it's
yeah.
all up for grabs. So if he comes and he plays well, he starts.
So
He's going to bench
Madueke,
anybody
Pedro
there.
Neto, all these guys
He's
have to
going to
stay on
bench
bench.
because none of them are consistent. None
No,
of them are consistent.
like tonight, Madueke was supposed to have like two, three, four goals.
Yeah,
You
none
you
of
are
them are
playing.
consistent.
These are games to step up your. I mean, to step up your confidence. Go in there, get a hat trick. Just walk your socks off and get those goals.
You watch Champions League or you watch some teams and you're like, that's it.
That's it.
Why
Yeah, that's
can't
all.
you have and you know what's annoying about Chelsea? You see
Mhm.
that they can do it. They have the potential to do it.
But
They are that good,
yeah,
but it's just the inexperience that's the problem.
inexperience that is
It's just
killing them. And
inexperience.
sometimes, like I said, you need those experienced players to show them how to win games.
Yeah.
We see what Lewandowski has done to Barcelona. He has proven to them that you boys, you can do it, and that have a lot of effect on Rafinha. Even changing Rafinha's position from the right wing to the left wing wasn't something easy. But at the end of the day, Lewandowski make everything easy for them because he shows them that whenever I mean, whatsoever position you are playing, what really matters is score goals. And we've seen it this season. He has scored a lot of goals for them. He has showed them how to, you
Even
know,
if the player is on the bench,
yeah,
so far they are around and you know that oh this person has been there, done that. You
yeah,
listen.
yeah,
But when nobody in Chelsea has won anything apart from maybe James.
yeah,
And James is still 20 something, so he's still
yeah.
learning.
Still very young. Yeah,
So then
still very young. And that's
we
why I
just
keep
need
saying
experience
it. Like,
players.
I don't know why we decided to hurt Chaluba so much, because I don't see any reason why we need to sell this guy. This guy
Yeah,
needs to be in that squad because James is consistent. This
He's
guy is
actually our
part of
best
the squad
defender
that
too.
win Champions League, and he knows the club very well. Just keep him. Simple. Just keep him. And now let's talk about, let's quickly move into the transfers and the rumors going around before we round up. I mean, we're talking about keeping Badiashile. We are not talking about Chaluba. What's going on in Chelsea? I mean, this guy is one of the defender that has got massive experience. He's been to every other stages. How could you be putting Badiashile, one of the slowest defender in Premier League? I mean, you could see the performance tonight. It's just because these guys are not aggressive. Most of his touches, his passes were not completed. He loses the ball very easy, and he's not fast. So how will you be talking about him? To me, I feel like you are rating him ahead of Chaluba. So it's insane.
I feel this club, they are more the owners. I mean, they are more profit orientated.
Yeah,
Selling Chalobah is purely because of pure profit. You know,
absolutely.
selling an academy player is goes into pure profit.
Yeah,
While if you sell Badiashile, you're going to like do the maths and remove how much you bought him and all
yeah.
those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that is why we are selling. That's the only reason why we are selling him. We want to sell him. And to me, he's our best defender. That makes no sense why you would sell your best defender.
Oh, and at the end of the day,
We
you
have
want to go into
Sassi, we
yeah,
have we have Badiashile.
yeah.
Like sell two of them.
Disasi, Badiashile, yeah. Those guys,
Sell two of them. Leave the remaining and buy an experienced
yeah.
defender to join them.
Of course. I
It's that simple.
yeah,
But because of profits and XYZ, they choose to sell their own.
yeah. To me, I reckon to kind of like keep Tosin for another 1 year. He's an experienced defender.
Also a
Tonight,
squad
he
player,
was
so I don't
absolutely
care.
perfect tonight. I enjoyed those passes from Tosin, especially in the first
Yeah,
half.
yes, yes.
Those passes were going. I mean, were
They
going
were
to.
risky, but they were good.
They were
They were
risky, but they
risky,
were
but they were
going
good.
deep, and it was improving the attacking. And
Yeah,
I really do enjoy him. That's what they call experienced player. They want to move forward. They want to win games. It's not just about sitting down there defending alone. Sometimes you have to click. You have to start the pressure from the back. You have to, build the confidence from the back. And I'm not saying Barrier Shield doing that, and I mean, news going around about kind of defenders we're trying to buy. They've talked about Hodgkinson from Bournemouth, Braithwaite from Everton, and Gueye from Crystal Palace. So, what do you think about these three guys?
those names, like they are good. Jorgensen from Bournemouth, they're actually good, but they are not experienced. You can't. There is nobody that have won the league
Hmm,
without an experienced defense. Nobody.
absolutely. Hmm,
Nobody. You can go and check.
hmm.
We have the youngest team in the Premier League.
Yeah,
You
even
can't.
second youngest in the
Yeah.
Europe.
So who's going to lead who?
Hmm,
It's like if me and you are on the same level, you
yeah,
want to be advising me or you want to be telling me what to do.
yeah,
I'm not listening to you.
yeah.
Especially if I now feel I'm better than you. I'm not going
Hmm,
to listen to you.
absolutely.
You
Yeah,
can't push me around. You can't like talk to like you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
And that's last season against Everton when they were fighting for the penalty. Like that was the disgrace.
Hmm,
So
yeah.
it cannot happen if you have an experienced player.
Experienced player, I mean, yeah,
So like I like those names, but if you have at least one experienced, maybe winger or striker, and one experienced defender that can tell people what to do, that can
hmm,
manage them. But no, we are still buying more youngsters. Still buying more youngsters. Like I don't know.
yeah. But
I
amidst of
like
this,
those names, but they are just young.
yeah,
They
but
are just
amidst of
young.
these guys, we have Gueye as well. I've talked about Hodgson, Braithwaite, and Gueye. What do you
I
think
like
about
Kobe,
Gueye?
but he's not a winner to me. To me, as much
Hmm.
as I like him, he's
Yeah.
not a
Hmm.
like he has not been there, he has not done that, he has not done anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like
He's been to the Euro final, against is it
he
France or
didn't win it.
what?
He
Yeah.
didn't win it. He didn't win it. No one
Yeah.
remembers the second. Like he didn't win it. So, and that's the first final in his career.
Yeah, that's
Like
his first
over like
final.
his senior
Playing
career.
for
So
Crystal Palace is difficult to, and okay, good for
then
him.
another final now
He's
though.
going to
Hopefully,
his second final now at
yeah,
Wembley against City. Yeah,
hopefully they win. So, but as much as I like him, like he's not a winner. He hasn't. We need someone that has been there, done that, someone that knows what to do. But I see like Gay, like Chaloba. That's how I see him.
hmm.
Like they are defenders that that plays beside them, they make every their partner look world class.
Yeah,
Defenders like John Terry,
yeah,
Vincent Company,
yeah,
Van Dijk,
yeah,
Vidic. Everybody that stands beside them, you think that they are better than that. It's not. It's because of who they are standing beside.
yeah, yeah,
So we need that kind of defender. And imagine Chaloba beside those names I mentioned.
yeah. We
Yeah,
saw it in Crystal Palace, and that was
yeah,
why we brought Chaluba back.
yeah.
Gueye made Chaluba look exceptional. The way they coordinate the defense line in Crystal Palace was unbelievable.
Yeah, so we just need that kind of experience that can just organize the whole thing and just make everybody look good. And we are missing one key position, the keeper.
Yeah, yeah. The goalkeeper, I think is a big deal. To be honest, it's a big deal.
I've never seen a club
You
that
know,
have eight keepers.
yeah, and none
All
of them
of
is
them, none of them looks good.
none of
Kepa
them
looks
feels good.
good in Bournemouth though, and
Yeah,
Pekovic looks good.
yes,
I don't
trust
know
me.
why we loaned him. I don't know why we loaned
You
him and
see,
bought
and
John.
and this is
I
and
don't
this
know
is
what
this is
happened.
this is the stage whereby you have to believe that these people don't know football. They don't know football.
No, they don't.
They're just trying to make things up and trying to look into what will really fit into their own business strategies. Because
I don't
from
know
the
if
start,
you, yeah, I don't know if you read or if you saw the video of Ruth Gullet. He
Gullet,
did
the
he did
Dortmund.
a podcast. Yeah, the Dutch coach that played and coached Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Gullet.
You
Oh
know,
yeah,
the
I
guy that
read it.
had
I read it.
dreads.
Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
that's what you are saying. He couldn't even recognize Gullet. He could. I watched a video
he
this
didn't know who
afternoon.
he was.
I watched a video this afternoon. He walked past Eden Hazard, and that was horrible. That was very horrible to watch. This man
No,
walked. He
it's bad.
walked beside Hazard, and he couldn't recognize Hazard. Gullet. We know that Gullet has played in 90s, and but Hazard, this guy has just left Chelsea maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. He's our legend, and this man walked by him and couldn't
At least you're
recognize him.
supposed to know, like, at least if you're supposed to know where you're going, who you're going to meet, even if you don't know. Like, pretend, like, work with people, let people tell you that,
Yeah,
oh, okay, this person, like, but I don't know. It just looks bad. It just looks bad.
it looks bad because even
It looks bad.
realistically, what we used to know is that all this new ownership when they come in, they used to have meetings with the ex legends. I mean,
Yeah,
consistently, not even once or twice. Some of the time, most of these people come to Stamford Bridge to watch games. Whenever they come, the owners want to be with them, want to have some word with them, want to discuss some, and it's not happening anymore. That's why
yeah,
Chelsea is a different
yeah.
club now. Because how would you, how would you walk past Eden Hazard and you wouldn't recognize that you walked past your ex? it's, it's it's unbelievable, to be honest. I
No,
mean,
it's
Hazard should
actually
be one
very
of the
sad.
players that you are seeing even every week,
It's actually
because
very sad.
these guys, they come together sometimes to discuss about what's going on in the football club, the likes of Mick. So obviously, even if Mikel or Drogba, he- I mean, he's gonna walk past them without even
They'll
realizing.
have to go and introduce themselves.
Imagine.
Oh, I played for the club you own, blah,
Oh
blah, blah,
my
blah,
word,
blah.
that's disgrace. To be honest, that's a full of
It's
disgrace.
actually it's not good.
Yeah,
It's not.
I
But
mean, I just feel like we should get things right this summer. By all means, we have to get things right. We have to go for the real. We have to go for the real deal because I've got some sort of news here that I just want us to discuss. I had Fofana. Just still the situation of the defender, before we move on.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
Yeah,
even had Kwana.
yeah. I had Fofana. Chelsea are ready to consider a offer for him to move. And we had is considering the move to Marcel. We know he played in Marcel and all these things. What do you think about you know?
Yeah, I actually that it will be good for him. Maybe he's going to be fit. Like,
Yeah,
but he has been here like almost 3 years,
yeah,
almost 3 years,
yeah.
and he hasn't been fit for a whole year.
No,
That's
no
no.
way.
So we
No,
just need to just count our losses and just move.
move
Not
around
that
him.
we hate him or he's not good enough. He's just he can't stay fit,
Yeah,
and the club needs to move on. So like I'll take us selling him. Like I'll be
yeah,
happy with.
yeah. I think so as well. Sometimes where players are unlucky, you can't keep them. It's more or less like than a storage. Injury here, injury
Off
there,
to
all this.
skate, just kind of player.
Yeah, so you just have to let them go. Maybe find their way, and yeah. So I think I've got Badiashile. We've talked about Badiashile. Chelsea is happy to keep Badiashile. I don't know why they want to keep this guy, but it's a disgrace, to be honest. It's a disgrace. It's not like we want the quality player, we want the best, but now we're just
Which
joking around.
this transfer window, I'm not holding my breath. I just want to see if they've learned their lesson or if they still want to still follow their so-called blueprints
Yeah,
and continue buying
buying and wasting the
that
money. Yeah,
23. Like
so
I have never seen a club spend that amount of money and still
and
look like they need a player in every position.
every position is bad. It's bad, to be
I've
honest.
never seen it.
It's bad. It's
1.4
worse.
billion.
It's worse. 1.2 billion. That could easily buy. I mean, probably buy 10 football clubs in Europe. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
you
that can
bought that on
easily.
players alone, and
Yeah,
you look like you don't have any player.
I mean,
That says a lot.
what we're saying just make me realize that I am not saying Enzo Fernandez is not a good player. He's a good player, but for that amount, I believe he should be doing more.
Yeah,
He should be doing more. The only
way,
player,
way, 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 way more.
yeah.
He,
When you
he
look at
ha- he
what
has actually
Casedo,
stepped up now. He has stepped up now, and I like the
yeah,
way he's playing now.
yeah,
Like he has taken up like what Palmer like is supposed to be doing.
yeah,
Like Palmer just doesn't do anything right
yeah,
now. So he has stepped up. I'm happy he stepped up right now
yeah.
because
But let me
imagine he
let me
was
let me
playing
quickly
the
ask you something. Would you pick Enzo Fernandez ahead of McAllister?
no,
That's what I'm saying. And how
no,
much how much did Liverpool bought McAllister?
like 40. I
I
think
mean,
that they bought him
that's about 60 million, I think.
was up to 60. That's very,
I'm not
it was
sure,
very
but
cheap
it's just
because I
something
think it was
around
like a
40 to
year to
60 or
his
something.
expiry date, and so because of that, the money was low and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So when you look at, okay, what is McAllister doing different? This guy can mark. He's very reliable with the CDM. You can rely on him when you are playing a a lone CDM. He can cover for you. He's very quick. Number two, this guy can press. This guy have see if McAllister received the ball 5 times, I'm betting you he's gonna press 4 times. They are those kind of midfielder that can switch the game. When they get the ball, they most times don't go to the back. They want to play forward.
Hmm.
McAllister is more box to box than Enzo Fernandez.
Oh yeah, for sure.
McAllister can score goals. He has scored most of the screamer goals for Liverpool this season. If you check, he has scored most of the screamer. I mean,
Yeah, bro, that was
shooting out from the box with so much confidence. I mean, I know what I'm saying. To me, I would
yeah,
pick McAllister ahead of Enzo Fernandez. So, do we have that world class? To me, I would say no.
Chelsea are buying prospects. We are not
Yeah,
buying world
so
class. We are
I'm
buying
telling
prospects.
you. So, if we bought a midfielder with that huge amount of money, we should be getting something special week in week out. I mean,
I hope he has actually improved like way, way more. Like he has really
Yeah,
improved. So I hope it goes up from there. Like just try and get like 10 goals, 10 assists in a season. Like let's
yeah,
try and do something like that. Like start scoring goals and
yeah.
creating more chances.
Because
Yeah. So, but he's
you want to have that kind of a midfielder like Frank Lampard. You know
yeah,
that that's when you start thinking that yes, we've got it. You know, if you don't have that kind of a wing, I mean that kind of a midfielder, you are not comfortable yet. You
yeah.
need
I was
that
even thinking
midfielder
about it now.
to go
How
extreme.
many times does Enzo shoot the ball?
That's what I'm
And even
saying.
when he shoots the ball,
Shoot
are you actually
how so
confident?
much
Are you
accuracy
confident that
he's gonna score.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
or
Basically,
do
like
we hit target? Like yeah, you
he's
can use
and
one hand to count how many
yeah,
times
and
he actually shoots the ball.
the problem is he's still very far away from all these things that we are saying. Assuming now that he shoots, but there's no much accuracy, we can say, oh, he likes shooting, but he needs to work on the accuracy. But now he's not even shooting, and when he shoots, the accuracy is not there. So that's why I'm feeling like we are not lucky yet. When you watch the likes of Barcelona, you see what this Pedri is doing. You know that these boys will forever be improving.
They hit the ball for fun.
I'm telling
They
you. So
like
it starts from somewhere. You need to see the charisma first before you can judge. When you watch these boys, you know that hey, these boys in the next 2 3 years, Baka will be solid.
mhm.
Baka will be these guys. The way they are playing, they might be one step ahead of Iniesta and Xavi. The same thing happens to Lamine Yamal. It's not all these things are not. You have to show the charisma. It's showing the world that I am
Shoot,
here. I
the
am here.
difference between Yamal and Madueke is he shoots more.
He
He
shoots
doesn't
more.
finesse the ball.
He
He
shoots more.
doesn't overcook the ball. Like
And
he knows
he
that okay,
drive.
this is what I'm
He
doing.
he know when to drive the ball. He knows when to drive the ball, and he knows the right direction to go. You see, sometimes Madueke, if I am a defender, I can easily mark Madueke because when you look at him, most of the time he's very direct. He's very direct. He's
It's
always
very,
going to
which
the
is very
right.
good.
He's always going to the right. He's always going to the right. He doesn't know how to manage going to the left very well, and that's the problem he has. Anytime he goes to the left, anytime he goes to, you can study him very well. Anytime he goes to the left, he's not always so confident, and that's why he can't shoot. And that's the best place whereby I'm a left footer. I play from the left. I know how easy it is if you are very good in moving to the left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So if you look at him, most of the time he will do like he will dazzle, dazzle, dazzle. At the end of the day, he will end up to the right, and he wouldn't be able to cross the ball very well. But when you look at the way Lamine Yamal plays, he deceives the defenders, and most times he goes back to that left, and that's the best way to kick.
yeah. So
There's a lot of things
this
to learn.
just need
You
to
know,
up your game. I just feel like this is the last season that I'm actually like I have hope on most of them.
yeah.
We're still way, way better than where we were last 2 seasons though.
I
So
think so. I think so because the problem is that these boys have started to play more with each other. Realistically, they
yeah,
started to play more with each other. When you look at, we don't have problem trying to tell Casedo what to do anymore. He has
yeah.
played 2 seasons now. He knows his job, and that's what really helps a football club. When you have stable players, reliable players that are playing in the same position for a long time, they knows what to do. And that's why to me, I feel like we need to keep Casado, Enzo Fernandez, and Cole Palmer for at least 2 3 seasons. Then,
We need to keep
yeah,
them for a long time. Like
yeah,
they are actually good.
yeah, they're very good. We don't have to complain about those positions. We just need to improve and improve other positions and you know go
Yeah,
from there. So I think I still have a couple of players to talk about then before we round up. We've
yeah.
talked about Tosin and Desasi, keeping Tosin for one more year to my own perspective. Desasi, there's no reason to have him back in the squad. Look for a better suitable option for him. Let him go get the money. I don't know if we're gonna lose some money on him, but
And we're
I
gonna lose some
prefer,
money.
yeah, I'd prefer to just let him go to free some more space in the defense line. So Achepong is still very young, can do a lot of things like we've seen tonight. Another player that I'm gonna mention is Renato Viega. Viega. So I believe Chelsea just need to sell him straight away. I don't see him. I don't see him. I don't know what
Why?
you think about this, but yeah,
He's actually very good.
yeah,
I actually like him, and I was actually surprised we let him go. I, it didn't make any sense for us to do that. You bought him,
yeah.
and he was
That's
supposed
true.
to be like the backup for Kukurea, and you let him go. And Kukurea doesn't have a backup. You keep using defenders there now.
Yeah. The reason why I said that
So
is this guy keep complaining that he doesn't want to play from the right back. You know, and when players are not comfortable, the reason why we bought him is we knows he can play from multiple positions. He can play from the CDM, he can play from the right back, I mean left back, and can play as a central defender as well. I think that's what prompts Chelsea to buy him. And now you came in and he was like, you don't want to play from the right back because you know you have a less chances. Cucurella, when he's fit, he's always 100%, he's gonna start. And CDM, you can't play ahead of Casado. Cowell, you can't bench Cowell, with every situation on ground. To me, I just feel like we buy too much of unnecessary players,
yeah,
you know. Instead of buying Viega, we should have buy or probably buy a direct left back that we know that he has
when we bought him, I
potential.
actually thought he was a left back. I
Yeah,
actually thought he was a left
yeah.
back. And the games he played,
We should have bought a
yeah,
left back that can serve as a backup for Cucurella, or probably keep Lewis Hall. But at that stage, I don't think we can keep Lewis Hall anymore because
yeah, we have to let
he's
him
he's
go. If
got
they're not okay,
his full rhythm in Newcastle. He wants to keep
yeah,
himself there and all these things, and we managed to make a lot of profit. I think in those situations is where potentials are useful for us when we are looking into backup, because no, I mean, strong player will come into the squad and come and be a backup, you know. But when you buy potentials, experienced potentials into backup lines, it works because they know that they are potential players. They are just looking for their opportunities, you know.
yeah,
They are looking for their opportunities to, to come into the squad and make difference. And when the coach is confused, he can move on from there. So to me, I feel like it's not just a signing that we need, and these guys doesn't wanna, like, you know they don't wanna, how would I say it? They don't wanna be on the bench. So
yeah. He's still young, and I will still stand by. I like him. Like I
yeah,
like his
yeah,
zeal. I like the way he
I'm saying,
plays. I like his
I'm saying
passion.
the
But
same. I'm
yeah,
saying the
but
same. So, but what I'm trying to say in this, that I felt personally that the reason why we buy him, we couldn't keep up to the promise, and he wants to go.
so
So
do you feel the club told him, "Oh, you'll be a centre back," and he got here, and we're using him as a left back, and he got angry and stuff like that?
no,
Is that
I wouldn't say he got angry. He's still within contract with us, but I feel like he wants to play. Those players want to play. They want to showcase their talent. They don't want to be on the bench. Because they know being on the bench is the start of is the end of the career. But when you play in, play out, you have more potential to showcase yourself and be in more bigger, I mean, opportunities. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
yeah?
So Juventus came in and
Especially that
said,
he
"Come
got
on, we can
called up
play
for
you."
Portugal and the rest here.
Yeah, he wants to go for hero. He wants to keep himself fit because at the end of the day, his contract with Chelsea will absolutely end, and he will need to look for opportunity either to continue his contract or to sign for another club. So he wants to play, but
Yeah,
that's what
it makes
I
sense.
feel about Vega, because it's difficult. One thing about I feel about all these things, if you keep players that are not happy, too much of players that are not happy in the squad, you have too much of problems.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
players that are not happy, if they are too much in the squad, you won't be progressing. You know, and that's what, when you look at Liverpool now, Liverpool starting XI, anything apart from Liverpool starting XI, what you see on the bench is potential. That's when you'll be talking of Elliot. Elliot can never be angry because he's not starting the game. He knows he's the potential. He has to do more better than people that is on the
Mm,
pitch. before he can start the game. I
Yeah,
don't know if you're getting it. I
yeah.
mean, Conor Bradley will not be angry because he's on the bench and what's it called? Trent is playing because he knows Trent is ahead of him. He has to prove himself before he can play. So if
And
you
that
have,
still comes down to what I was saying, that experience. It's because the person is your age mate and you feel you are better than the person. If
yeah,
we have
absolutely,
experienced player that's been there, done that, you
yeah,
happily sit down and learn.
yeah,
But it's
absolutely,
because of the person that is there is in your age bracket, so you feel, what are you doing that is
that I
special that
can't
I can't
do,
do?
yeah,
So it still boils down to those same things. Those players you mentioned cannot say, "Oh, I am better than this player." They can't say it because
yeah.
it's so
Could
obvious. So they have to
could
sit, wait for
yeah,
their time,
could
learn.
Elliot ever
Yeah,
come out and said I want to bench Salah?
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
And
you
that's
can't
why I
say
said
stuff like that.
Chelsea needs to. There's a lot of things that we need to work on. We need to stop signing unnecessary players and
Yeah, we need to.
all these things.
You'll
If
be
we
surprised
can,
how many faults Chelsea have.
yeah, and that's why I said that. Okay, now next season we need to sign a CDM.
Do we? Do you know how
Yeah.
many we have? Do you know how many Chelsea have?
Okay, how many do we have now?
We have um Lavia, Caicedo, Ugochukwu. There's this guy bought
Santos. Yeah,
Santos.
Santos.
There's
Oh
this
yeah.
guy that's on the bench that I bought in January.
Omogo. Yeah, yeah,
And there's someone else again. I'm just mentioning CDM.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I
a
agree
lot.
with you. And this is what I'm saying. Like next season, we need to at least bring one of them in. And now,
No, Santos is coming for sure. And the
wow.
funny thing, I don't think we're using Santos as a CDM. We'll probably use Santos the way we use Enzo.
So what's gonna happen to Enzo?
They'll both play. Like, I don't know, someone will say that's the coach's problem. But
Yeah. So now
but
we need to.
Lavia just needs to be fit. That's the problem. Lavia just needs.
I
If
mean,
Lavia is fit, we don't need to buy any CDM.
we
Like,
don't need
if
to
we
buy
just
any
stay,
CDM because we are just good to go because
yeah.
we can see that he's a kind of a midfielder that can do a lot of things for us. I'm telling you, if we had Lavia fit and Casado injured, we might not feel it at all.
No, we will not.
Yeah, that's
Or
another
actually not.
secret.
And I just want to just watch a game where you play Lavia, Caicedo, and maybe Enzo or Palma
Yeah,
or stuff like that. Like, yeah,
we've
and the
done it
game will
before. I
do
think
very
we've
good.
done it. The only problem is when we have it that way, it looks like Casado is always inverting from the right back. I don't think we've ever
Yeah, we
tried to
always use
use
them.
them
Yeah, we
practically in
just
the
use
midfield
them. Yeah, as a normal. Yeah,
because it's difficult. How do you play Palmer then? How do you want to play
I'm
Palmer
not being fun of them.
in front of who?
Caicedo will move. Lavia will be standing for.
Then you have Enzo on the bench.
As like he can sit on the bench. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not like he's going to.
that's what I'm
It's not like
saying.
he's going to be like a confirm. Like that's what you play every time.
I
But
mean,
if you're like playing like a very like competitive like match, like a very physical team,
yeah, and that's what me
yeah,
I
it's
would
stuff like
like
that.
say. I would like prefer us to if we. You see, Maresca has a lot of things to do. If he wants to be a professional, I mean, professional coach. If he wants to get to that level, he has a lot of things to do. What if next season we have Lavia fit and we can have Casedo, Lavia, Enzo Fernandez in the front, and Cole Palmer from the right wing? I don't know who else he wants to put on the left wing, and the striker.
Do you think Palmer is a winger?
Last season we got the best out of him from the wing.
True, true.
We got the best out of him from the wing. This season we are just gambling because we have too much of wingers. This guy plays from the wing more better than from where he's
It
playing.
actually keeps even during the game. Instead of him playing a free role, he keeps moving to a wing.
He keeps moving. If sometimes he move even into the number 10 role from that wing, he does a lot of things from that flank. You know, but this season we've got too much of wingers, and we don't have that CDM to cover up. So the only option we have to do, and that's what kills us this season. You can't leave Casero alone. You see, there's a lot of things to talk about Chelsea. We buy players, but we don't know what works for them. Casedo is a very good player when you have another CDM option for him. Casedo was playing alongside McAllister in Brighton, and that's how things works out. McAllister is another player that he plays number 10 roles like he's playing CDM.
He
This guy is
moves like
very
he
strong.
moves,
He moves. He supports his CDM. Sometimes you cannot
but
even know that
Enzo
Bukayo
don't.
Saka. You said?
The problem is, and I was saying it like first half of the season,
Yeah.
Chelsea midfield is like they're playing individually.
Yeah. They're not
Enzo
playing
is doing his
collectively.
own thing. Caicedo is doing his own thing. Everybody's just doing. Yeah, no one is helping each other out. Like,
Yeah. And that's why we need Santos and we need some other players
yeah,
to prove these guys wrong so that they will know that they can do better. They are doing good, but a player like Enzo Fernandez can do much better. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? If you watch the game today, throughout the first half, Enzo barely crossed the line when they are attacking us, when we are losing the possession. He's even playing more or less like, I can't even say number eight. He's playing more or less like a striker. He's very, very close to George and Madueke. The way I watch the game to my own
yeah,
perspective.
yeah. That
He's
was
not even bothered about covering for James. I know the reason why all this is happening.
probably maybe that's what they told him to do, and maybe
Yeah,
just the
exactly,
coach will
exactly.
go
You
back here,
see,
stuff like that.
that's just what Maresca is playing. That's exactly what Maresca is playing. What Maresca is playing when we are in possession is 3-2. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Three from the back. Then one of the left back is inverting to the midfield to
to the
join the
midfield.
CDM to help him. Then you have your four in a row. Then the wing, Palmer, Enzo, and Madueke. Then you have your striker. That's what he's playing. Whenever you see that we are pushing, we are on attack, you see that the wingers, I mean the right or left wing, will push to the midfield to
Yeah,
support the CDM. Then you have
yeah.
a 3-2-4-1. So that's what he's trying to play. And immediately we lost that possession from there, we are in trouble. Because
We are
yeah,
always
because
on.
the left back will be struggling to cover up and he will expose the midfield.
That's what
Because
caused the goal
yeah,
they scored
yeah,
today. That's
yeah.
what caused the goal they scored.
Easy. Very easy. We lost the possession. It's very easy to counter us because
Yeah,
the player inverting from the right or the left back is
that means the
struggling
defender
to
will
cover
now have
back.
to come out and
Yeah.
go to right wing or left wing,
Then the
which will now
midfield
make
is exposed
the
because you
midfield
need at
exposed.
least
You
two,
have
three
just one
people from
defender.
yeah, from
Yeah,
that midfield to cover up. So we need to look into a lot of
high,
things,
high risk, high reward.
Yeah. So but everything depends on the coach and what he
Yeah,
decides. But I feel like in some games we naturally don't need to invert. We just need to stick to the game. Like the Everton game, I don't see any reason why we need to invert. We need to at least they started the game, they possessed us. Stay. Everybody should stay in their lane. Don't invert. You don't. As a coach, you need to know when to make decisions. When you are losing too much of possession, you need to stay by, relax, chill, let everybody play their game from their wing. Then, when you start getting the rhythm back, you can start,
you can. Yeah,
you can
yeah.
start. But when they are possessing you, they're possessing you, and you are not ready to adjust. It's difficult.
It's
So,
inexperienced. The coach is inexperienced. The players are inexperienced.
absolutely, yeah. So,
So
let's hope that next season we can make a lot of difference. So,
yeah,
thank you very much for joining this live. I don't want to take too much of your time. It's late everywhere around the world. We've really had a very good conversation, a very good analysis, and I hope we can have you more on this channel. And yeah, thank you very much. So happy to have you on the channel the other day as well.
yeah,
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next one.
bro.
God bless and enjoy your night. Thank you very much, my brother.
Like,
Appreciate.
yeah.
Much love. Yeah.